Are you having trouble finding great real estate deals? You're not alone. We have all struggled with finding
Still
great.
do.
Yes, that's true. That is the name of the game. But in this video, we are going to show you where to look and some little gems of information that will help you find off-market real estate deals.
And if you haven't watched one of our videos before, I'm Amanda. This is Allie. We're with ProspHer Collective. We specialize in providing education for women who want to invest in real estate.
Yes. So glad you're here. What kind of mindset do you need to actually, persevere through the challenges of finding real estate deals?
Well, I think it's so easy to be wondering, okay, I have my criteria, I know the basics,
Yep.
but I still don't think I can do this.
So true.
I'm not as good as Allie, who's taken down 12 deals, or whoever it might be. We're comparing and thinking, I'm not at their level.
So true.
Almost imposter syndrome. But I think the question is, if you're watching these videos and you're digesting information and you have that desire, you're kind of in that stage of discomfort, which is growth,
Yes,
really.
For sure.
And the good news is, you can absolutely do this. We have been there where we've questioned, are we really cut out for this? Are we smart enough? Are we experienced enough? And the real answer is, you just have to get started now. And so we're going to give you 3 of the strategies that we use on where and how to find deals. And these 3 strategies that we're choosing are specific to our market. If you remember, we invest in a smaller local market where we're from, mainly because it fits our criteria, and we manage all of our own property. So having it in a vicinity where we can manage it is essential to that criteria and kind of the goals that we have set for our property management company as well.
Yes, for sure.
So
we're going to give you 3 strategies: networking, online platforms, and direct marketing. So Amanda, take us through what you would do if you were trying to find deals online.
So it really is simple. We use MLS platforms that focus specifically on commercial properties. We are specifically looking at residential properties that are 5 units and larger. So we need to go to the commercial databases to find this. The typical ones that we use are LoopNet, CoStar, and CRE. Kind of the favorite that I like, I think Allie is the same, is CRE. And you can fill out your information and have a free account.
Yeah, LoopNet and CRE are free. CoStar does have a membership, and it is quite expensive. So if you are really wanting to go gung-ho, CoStar gives you a lot more information than the other 2 do, but they are free platforms.
And kind of a tip is, once you sign up for LoopNet and CRE, you can filter what you're looking for.
Yep.
So you can put the area and even kind of how many miles outside of the area you're looking. And you can also give it kind of a price range of what you can afford. So it really narrows down what you're looking for, and then it will send you email updates when a new property has been placed on that MLS. So that's where you start, is by getting on the MLS, and then it's going to I'm going to help Allie move into the next one, because once you're familiar with these websites and you've seen what's offered, what listings are available in your area, you're going to want to look at the bottom where it says who the listing agent is. And when you start seeing multiple listings for the same agent, that's a very dominant, active player in your market, and you're going to want to reach out to them. Yes. And Allie's going to teach us how.
One just note on the online platforms: if you are looking for 4 units or less, you're going to want to just reach out to a residential real estate agent, and they can help you find those properties. We just specialize on 5 units or more. So the next one is going to be networking. This is going to be your bread and butter, honestly. You want to build relationships with those real estate agents, those brokers that are actively doing multifamily deals in your area. And the way to do that is to simply reach out and ask to get on their email list. So by getting on their email list, they will send you their listings that they have before it ever hits those MLS properties.
Yeah, Crexy or LoopNet.
Yeah, so if you want to be in before even the market sees it, you want to be on their list. And that way you have an advantage over those deals that get there.
And when you're reaching out to your local agents, whether residential or commercial, you should have, as we discussed in video 2, a clear criteria written out, and that kind of credentials you and gives you kind of that oomph to the real estate agent that you know what you're talking about and you're not going to waste their time.
Well, it's like going to the grocery store, right? If you're going to go to the grocery store and you have no list, what happens at the grocery store, right? You come out with a whole bunch of stuff.
You're hungry.
Yeah. Or you forget a whole bunch of stuff. So calling with your criteria tells the broker exactly what you're shopping for, what you're looking for, and then they can send you deals that meet that criteria. So another great way, after you get on their list, after you tell them what you're looking for, is to go do property tours on their listings. Brokers only make money when they close a deal. So going and touring a property, you can build a relationship with them when they're already doing something they have to do, right? Like they're not just taking time out of their day to specifically talk to you or to go have lunch with you, but they're trying to actively sell the property, which is their job. So going to those property tours, you'll learn a ton and you'll be able to strengthen that relationship
by being face to face.
Yeah. So another source that you can use is local meetups. You can go online, search for these, and if you are in a bit bigger market, there'll be a ton of them. Smaller market, we have I think 1 or 2 in our area that are decently active, but this is a great way to meet other investors, be able to pool money together. Maybe people have deals that they are looking for you to go in on, but it's just a great way to build your network.
And if you are in a smaller area like us and don't have many options, we've joined online investing groups. Some of our favorites are the Jake and Gino program, Beardy Brandon, and Michael Blanc.
Yes, those are all great. And so the very last networking we would suggest you is to reach out to property managers. And we're not just saying that because we're property managers.
We are biased.
But they have a lot of information about what's going on in the market. They can help you with your criteria. They can help you figure out what rent you're looking for, but letting them know that you're in the market for buying real estate. If one of their sellers are selling, especially if they have a brokerage attached, they're going to be much more apt to be like, oh, this person was looking for real estate.
And they can tell you kind of what areas are really popular right now and that you're seeing a lot of growth in. They're going to know the median income for specific areas. They're also going to know the average rental rates for those areas and kind of the sweet spots in our market. Like we found studios are really popular in our market, kind of in that $850 to $995 range. We have some studios in our portfolio that always have the most leads and attention, which shows that there's room in our market for more of that inventory.
Yeah, so they are a great resource. And when you do get a deal under contract, 1, most likely you'll need a property manager, and 2, they'll be a great resource to give you all the information that Amanda just mentioned once you have a deal under contract. So those are 3 ways to network. And the last piece is what, Amanda?
It's direct marketing. It's probably, you're saying, no thanks. I don't, that's even for us, it's the hardest of the 3 to do, but it often reaps some of the greatest rewards. So that includes direct mail campaigns. So our local broker that we work with pulled a list for us of multifamily owners who have debt on their properties and got their information, and we reached out via email to all of these owners saying like, hey, we have an investor who's interested in purchasing your property. Would you be interested in selling at this time? And we did get a large amount of response back. Many of the leads weren't great.
They wanted more than what the market even dictated.
but there were some that were worth exploring further. And the goal of this is to be doing it on a monthly basis, getting that information in front of those sellers over and over and over until that time is right. Maybe they're distressed. Maybe they're getting ready they're tired of managing residential units and they want to get out and retire and enjoy their lives.
Yep.
And if you stay a consistent kind of fly on the wall, somewhat annoying,
Maybe a mosquito.
then they're going to reach out to you because they're like, hey, Allie's reached out to me 25 times. And that seems the easiest path right now to just start with her and what she would be willing to pay for my property. And a lot of great deals can be had from consistent follow-up.
Yeah, for sure. And I think consistency is the key. If you just do it one time, it's like McDonald's, right? You see their billboard, you see their commercial, you hear their radio advertisement. You have to be front of mind awareness all the time. So when they do finally decide to make that buying decision or that selling decision, really is that you are at the top of their mind. I have a friend in Arizona that is amazing at this.
His is specific to cold calling.
He does both.
So
yeah, he does both. So he finds properties he's interested in. He will call them over and over and over again. He'll send them stuff in the mail. He will just be consistent, top of mind awareness. And he has bought numerous properties by just staying consistent. Even when he called and people didn't want to talk to him, they were rude, he still called back the next month, you guys. He consistently calls and he's always kind and he's always trying to build a relationship.
Some phenomenal deals because he's willing to be uncomfortable and to be consistent.
Totally. So that leads us into the next part of really trying to find off-market deals is cold calling, which you can do in conjunction with direct mail, or you could do on your own by just calling owners over and over again. But same thing, you have to be consistent.
And the last one that we'll talk about with direct marketing is kind of driving around your local neighborhoods, looking for sale by owner properties, looking for properties that are in a good area, but they're run down. Mm-hmm. They're distressed. You can tell they're not being well managed by the condition of the exterior. They likely have a rougher tenant base, but because of the area they are in, they have potential to go from that C, D property to a B.
Yes. So to recap, you have your online platforms, you have your networking, and then you have your direct marketing to off-market owners, essentially. And if you will consistently pick one or two, it feels overwhelming if to do all of them, and then just do it consistently, and you will find that over time you will reap the reward of finding deals.
And I would remember, in the beginning, you're not going to have all the answers. Those first few calls may not go smoothly. They may be rough and unskilled, and your first interaction with a broker, he may ask you questions you don't know.
And be honest about it. I'm new. I don't have that answer, because especially in a small market for us, there's only so many brokers that are in this town. So making sure that you're building the right relationship and being honest up front that you are new. This is your first deal. That's okay.
And be okay with the learning process and not knowing, because you're not going to know until you gain that experience and you get out and you start practicing.
We all start at the beginning. We all start at the bottom, right? Even the most seasoned business owners, investors, anybody in life, basketball players, whatever, right? We all start out at ground zero.
And we're going to leave these strategies for you in our Facebook group. So if you haven't joined, please go over there and join our Facebook group. The link is below in the comments.
Yep. And stay tuned for video number 4
on how to analyze the deal. We're going to give you a 10-minute process on deal analysis.
We'll see you there.